Okay, so day 9, one more day before in double figures. Kind of never thought I'd make it this far. Thought I'd give up by the second. What happened last night? We basically just booked my flat for next year with people from my course and Mark. So where I'm going to next year is all sorted. And what's happening today? I'm going to uni at 2 for this professional lecture thing. I can't remember who's visiting lecture. Afterwards, I think I'm working on script idea and then probably talking to my group about the story presentation we have to do. And after that, I don't know, because script idea or the presentation probably take ages to get. Because we have pretty much till next week to do it all by. It's going to be an interesting week. I'm busy.
Good morning, Nothing. Good afternoon. It exists. I'll explain later.
It sort of does quite.
I mind fucked him earlier on.
Why?
Just this documentary I'm watching.
Which is? You have to explain.
This documentary about quantum physics and how reality is subjective.
Wow.
Because reality is made up of 16 particles.
Yeah.
6 quadricles, 6 I can't
Logical? Logistical?
No, I can't do the technical term.
Oh.
Just 16 subparticles make up what we see as reality.
Right.
And here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Single beam, 2 slits,
Yeah.
single beam of light particle.
Yeah.
How many slits should it make?
Single beam particle.
One light particle,
One light
on
particle.
a constant stream.
A constant
It's
stream.
like one, and then going alternative between 2 strips. How many shadows or light beams should it make?
So like 2 slots, like irises almost.
Yeah, but 2 straight slots.
Is it going through a prism first? Or
No,
is it
just straight on.
Let's see. Judging by your face, you've probably said something on the lines of 2. Now, it's not going to be the number 2, is it? No, okay. And it's not going to be something silly like
Well,
the
it's
number 1.
actually the number 2, but there is a sense where it comes in
Oh,
different.
it is the number 2, is it?
It is number 2, but then it can also be 3.
I thought so. Hang on, 3. Okay, then good, so explain.
It's a paradox, but
Yeah.
shouldn't exist.
But it does.
It does. It's that if no one's watching, if there's nothing watching light particle, it makes 3 slits of light. But the moment they put devices to watch said particles, it only makes 2. So when no particles or people are watching light particles, they split. Either as 2 separate light particles, it will split the world
Oh, hang
into
on.
a
Is
different tangent.
this one of those arguments for dark matter? Like
No, nothing about dark matter. Nothing about dark matter whatsoever.
Okay.
And that's even, I'm not even going to explain the fucking next bit because I still haven't finished watching it.
Yeah.
I just don't get it.
You don't get
I
it.
don't understand it. Like, I get what he's saying.
It's easy enough to comprehend, but then it kind of like, you think about it, it's like, wait a minute. It doesn't work. Nothing.
So I'm just curious to prove if there's no way of recording it. How do they know exactly?
Because basically when they do the experiment, they have the slit onto a sensor. It's like,
Oh, and the sensor reads that there
the
are
sensor
3
reads-
beams of light.
Yeah. But then when they put devices to kind of sense what goes on between the laser beam and the sensor, there's nothing happening. There's only 2 beams of light. So the moment we see something, it goes into just how it should work. But when we're not-
Hang on. What if, right? This
Dude, if Albert Einstein couldn't get it, we're not going to be able to comprehend it.
No, but that's the thing. That's the thing. What if, right? This third beam of light, right? Because we're looking at it, that beam of light is absorbing into our eyes, and that's because it's being absorbed into our eyes. We don't actually see it, because all we see is a gap. When in actual fact, it's actually going straight into our iris. We are the third slit.
But then you've also got to understand how the fuck is said third slit made anyway when there's only 2 slits. This third slit,
Our third beam.
Your third beam.
What about his third beam?
because
when
we're
you're
made up,
looking, but I'm
we have
not?
light particles coming off us. So if there's no energy particles watching us or anything like that, then there's 3 of us in a sense, or 2 of us.
Right.
So that brings possibilities of alternative worlds into it
Yep.
and all that shit.
Right. So this third beam can in actual fact be some sort of mystical gateway to a parallel
It's a paradox.
universe.
It's a paradox that shouldn't exist but does exist, but they can't prove.
Harness this third beam.
And take over the world!
be like, ah.
Come out, we'll all be like vampires.
Way ahead of you.
And saying that though, if you were making a vampire
Lovely
movie,
light.
that would be handy.
It's back there because you just like see him and there's like there's rim shots all around him. Like, if so feeling, I think I will. This is now. You want to see it, you have to be on it.
Okay, back from uni. Actually, kind of good guest lecture. Was sneaky and got his email from him. So yeah, for all the people who watched it from my course, I got his email. He's award winning, and he's got people got in. He's got there's people in Hollywood who are interested in him. So he might be an upcoming director. We might all like him in the future years. Never know. Early on, I was talking about this weird like particle thing. It's basically this documentary called Horizon. It's on the BBC iPlayer, and its title is "What is Reality?" It's all about these weird science things, and it's fucking mindfuck totally. Watch it; it's good. Total mindfuck, but it's good. And I think we're playing Werewolf later on. I have no clue really how to play it, but we'll be good. Book flat, and that's somewhat interesting. Not, I don't really know. I don't know. But talk to you later. Okay, just not there. About 40 minutes into the documentary, it's like, if you've understood anything in this documentary, you probably haven't. It's basically saying you're stupid. Which I kind of giggled at. Just what I'd say.